Hey everybody, and welcome to day 2 of the 2021 Eric's Trains Christmas Bonanza. 8 videos in 8 days, starting on Christmas Day and ending on New Year's Day. Hey everybody, I hope you're enjoying this video. I want to interrupt it for one moment to talk about something serious. No, I'm just kidding, it's not serious at all. I want to talk about some giveaways that I'll be doing for the 2021 Christmas Bonanza. So on day 8 of the Bonanza, I'll be doing a live show right here on my YouTube channel. And during that live show, I'll be giving some stuff away. So I'll be giving away some t-shirts, kind of like this, to regular viewers, and I'll be giving some away to my Patreon supporters as well. And then the grand prize will be this animated Menards accessory. This is the M&M's Intergalactic Party Bus animated UFO accessory. It's got the little animated M&M that comes out of the bottom. It's pretty cool. And I will be giving this away to one lucky viewer during the live show. So I'll see everybody on day 8 for the live show. In the meantime, let's get back to this video. Alright, how did I change my shirt so quick? It was magic. Anyway, for day 2, I've got kind of a medley of things to share with you. I'm going to start off by reading some viewer mail that has arrived, and then I'll show you some donations that have arrived, as well as some new arrivals, and then after that, we'll run some trains for a few minutes. Alright, so first up, viewer mail, and hopefully this will become a sort of semi-regular segment on this channel from now on. You know, I do get emails from you guys, as well as physical mail from time to time. And, you know, if you guys like this, I will do it on a regular basis. If you want to send me an email or send me something in the regular mail, I'll try to read it in a video on this channel from time to time. So every holiday season, I usually get a handful of letters in the mail from fans, and so I thought I would share these with you. So first up, this is somebody who sends me a postcard every year from England. And it's always got a picture of some sort of British locomotive on there, or British train. Pretty cool. And this comes from Sean in Surrey, wherever that is in England. I don't have a map with me, but he lives in Surrey, and every year he gives me one of these. I've probably gotten one of these the past 4 or 5 years from him, and it's always really nice. And there's the back. I'm not sure if it explains what that is. Booed at Okehampton. I'm probably pronouncing that all wrong, but you can read it and tell me what you think. But yeah. So what did Sean have to say this year? Up at the top, it's a little hard to read. Don't worry, Sean, I've got really bad handwriting myself. I think it says, I'm hoping this will get to you at Christmas. And then below that, it says, Merry Christmas, Eric, and Happy New Year. Thanks again for another great year of videos. Best wishes, Sean. So thank you so much, Sean. And also thank you for sending these to me every year. It really means a lot. Okay, next up, I've got a letter from someone in Canada. This is David in, and I'm probably going to mispronounce this, Etobicoke, Ontario. So, let's see what David sent. There's his card. And on the inside it says, Hope the magic of Christmas finds its way to you, David. There it is. Thank you so much, David. Alright, next we've got something from someone in the States. This is from Drew in Springfield, Ohio. And there's his card. And on the inside it says, May your Christmas be merry and magical. I'm not going to show you the inside because it's got his middle and last name, and I don't want to do first and last names, just for privacy. And then finally, we've got a card from a longtime fan of mine, Toby in Florida. And there's Toby's card. And what does Toby have to say? Let's see. This Christmas, may you be blessed with the joy of His presence and the quiet peace of the season. May God bless you and your family in 2022. Keep on chugging along. From Toby at TKP Studios. Very cool. So thank you so much, Toby, and thank you to everybody else who sent me a holiday card this year. It really means so much to me. It is so touching. It really means the world to me. Alright, in this next segment, we'll take a look at a couple items that were donated to me recently. Yeah, every now and then someone will donate a train or a train accessory to me when they've got it and they don't know what to do with it, or maybe their dad had it or their granddad, and they're just stuck with it and they want to find a good home for it. and they'll say, hey, can you take this? And a lot of times I'll say, yeah. Sometimes I'll offer them a little bit of money for it or say, hey, you might be better selling this. But yeah, people donate stuff. And you know, I used to be a little bit reticent about it because I've got a lot of trains. I really don't need things donated to me. But apparently it's something people want to do. So if you're interested in donating something to me and possibly seeing it in a video, let me know. Now, don't just send something to me, you know, email me or contact me on Facebook or something like that, and we'll discuss it. And if it's something that I think is interesting and might make for a good video, you know, maybe we'll go ahead with it. Anyway, so at my last open house, someone dropped this off. This is a Lionel ZW. It's a transformer that was made from 1947, 48 up until 1966. It was made for a long time. This is not my first ZW. I've probably got 2 or 3 of these things now because, as many of you know, I have a very large transformer collection because it's something that interests me, and eventually I'll be doing sort of a series of documentary videos about the history of these Lionel transformers. So the ZW is 275 watts, or at least that's what they claimed it was. I'm not sure when this one was made. It's probably an early 50s model if I had to guess. Now it looks really dirty on the outside, but in actuality it's in great shape. The original power cord is in good shape, and I popped the top off a couple days ago and everything inside is in fantastic shape. So all this thing really needs is a good cleaning and it'll be good to go. And of course, the ZW is the most famous of the post-war Lionel transformers. Really, it's the most famous transformer that Lionel ever made. You got the 2 throttles on the outside that were typically used for trains, and then 2 throttles on the inside, which could be used for trains, but they were typically used for accessories on the layout. And you got your power light there, and then an overload light over here. And all the connections are back here. Yeah, just a classic design, an amazing workhorse of a transformer, and it's really cool that somebody dropped this off. And you know, they could have sold it, but they just wanted to find a good home for it. They weren't really interested in getting any money for it, so I said, sure, I'll give it a good home. And I will. I'm going to clean this thing up, do any repairs that are necessary. I don't think any are needed, and then it'll be in perfect working order. So yeah, really cool. The Lionel ZW. And by the way, when I eventually finish the documentary series on Lionel transformers, I'll go into more detail about the ZW because there's quite a lot to say about it. Now, the next item that someone donated at the same open house a few months ago was also a transformer, but not in nearly as good a shape as this one. And here it is. Yeah, it's in pretty bad shape. This is a Lionel 1044. These were made for a long time as well. They were made from 1957 until the end of the original Lionel in 1969, and then it was carried over into the MPC era, although with a different model number. Now, because I collect transformers and because I want to do a documentary on them, I've got quite a few 1044s in my collection because there were several variations made over the years. This is one of the earlier 1044s, but as you can see, it's in really bad shape. The power cord is completely cracked and brittle. It needs to be replaced. It's missing the whistle control completely. The body screws are missing. Some of the wires have been detached and 3 of the wire lugs are missing. So this thing needs a lot of work. I'm going to be doing a video on this soon where I'll be attempting to restore this to perfect working order. I'm pretty hopeful that I'll be able to do that because usually with these transformers, the core itself is typically in good shape. And as long as you can find the parts and get everything cleaned up and rewired, they'll usually work just fine. So this should be a fun restoration. As you can see, it's in really bad shape. I don't even know what happened to get that whistle control off of there. There's a little bit of broken plastic there, but I don't know what happened to this thing. Maybe someone used it for parts or something. So yeah, a 1044 in really bad shape. And you know, these donations are actually a little more enjoyable than the ones that are in really good shape because it's going to be a lot of fun to try to restore this and make it look nice again and really make it shine again and give it a new life. So, pretty cool. And the next thing that was donated was a cat, Chessie the cat. I'm just kidding. Chessie. He's down here hanging out. Anyway, this is the last thing that was donated at the open house. This came with the 1044, and it's kind of a weird thing. When I first saw it, it says cab 1 and cab 2. And I thought, okay, is it some sort of, you know, command control setup that somebody built? But it's not. Basically what it is it's a rectifier. You've got 2 inputs for AC and then 2 outputs for DC. And inside here, they've got a couple of rectifiers that are converting that AC to DC and a way to activate it. So I don't know what someone used this for. Maybe one of you have got a good idea, but yeah, it just says cab 1, cab 2, AC input from transformer. Cab 1, cab 2, DC output to track. So yeah, it's really weird. No idea what someone was using this for. It is kind of cool though. You can tell someone put this together with one of those Radio Shack project box kind of things. And they got the parts from Radio Shack and put it together, and you got a homemade AC to DC converter, but it's kind of a big fancy thing just to convert AC to DC, but oh well. I'll open it up so you guys can see what's in it. Yeah, so you open it up and they've just got a couple rectifiers there and some sort of, I don't know what that thing is. Maybe someone knows. I mean, they've got these little glass things here. It kind of looks like a thermal switch or something like that. Maybe it's a fuse, like a thermal fuse. I bet that's what it is. Yeah, it's got 2 contacts in there. So yeah, the AC comes in, goes to these rectifiers, and then goes out to the track. And yeah, that's what my guess is. These are some sort of thermal switch. I'll get close so you can see it. There's one over there too. There's one for each input. And I'm guessing that's some sort of self-resetting fuse kind of thing, in case there's an overload or a short. But yeah, very interesting, and I wonder why someone would build this. I wonder what they used it for. You know, it came with that 1044, so maybe they had AC going in and DC coming out for HO or something like that. That could be it, you know, to use an AC transformer to power their HO trains. But yeah, very interesting. Feel free to comment. Alright, now we're going to unbox some new arrivals from Atlas, and for these unboxings we'll be using this knife from my knife collection. This is a CJRB Briar knife. Pretty nice. So let's go ahead and crack open this box. It's a smaller box, so I think this is going to be either HO or maybe N scale. And this is HO. So let's see what we got. Alright. We've got a Tropicana mechanical reefer in HO. Very cool. So these Atlas mechanical reefers are so beautiful. And the sad thing is that I don't think they've done this in O scale. They have done it in HO, obviously, and they've done it in N scale, but to my knowledge, they've never done this in O scale, and I really wish they would, because as you can see, these things are absolutely gorgeous. You've got the little refrigeration unit back there. Very cool. Okay, next we've got this even smaller box from Atlas, and I think this has some N-scale stuff in it, if I'm not mistaken. And you may say, well, why are you getting N-scale and HO? Don't you do O? Well, yeah, but it's fun to branch into other scales sometimes. I do have a small amount of N-scale stuff, believe it or not. And now HO. Yep, we got some N-scale. Oh yeah, there it is. There's the N-scale version of that same reefer. Let's take that out. Oh, we got the reefer, then we got a rail box car, and then we've got an old style reefer. This is Banner Creamery, Abilene, Texas. So let's open up this mechanical reefer first. And man, these things are so beautiful. I really want to ask the folks at Atlas if they're ever going to do this in O scale. It's like a miniaturized version of that HO version. So cute. All right, then we've got, let's see, this is the SD boxcar, early SD boxcar, rail box, road number 17721. I think N-scale trains are so adorable. Hello! Say hello to my little friend. And we'll check out this wooden reefer. Oh yeah, look at that. That's gorgeous. Makes me think of Sheldon on The Big Bang Theory. The tinier the train, the more concentrated the fun. It fits in my mouth. Very cool. Excellent graphics, even on this small car. And lastly, and most importantly, of course, we've got some O-scale stuff from Atlas. I'm wagering this is some O-scale rolling stock from Atlas. Yep. If I can get past all these peanuts. Looks like we've got a boxcar and boy, what a mess. Another boxcar, so let me get this out of the way. Alright, so we've got two boxcars here. This one is an Atlas O Premier 40-foot PS1 boxcar Grand Trunk Western. Road number 516682. There's the model number. And then this one is Atlas O Premier 40-foot PS1 boxcar Seaboard Airline number 25300, and there's the model number. It's a CSX licensed product. I don't know if you've noticed, but Atlas has gone to a new style for their boxes. I like it. It looks really cool. Kind of this honeycomb style. Oh, you know what? I think this might be an MTH tooling. And it's got MTH style trucks. Yeah, I think this is an MTH tooling. Very cool. And I think that what this means is that this is my first Atlas model using MTH tooling. Very nice. Opening doors, yeah, definitely MTH. If it was Atlas, it wouldn't have opening doors. Very cool. And that's definitely an MTH underside. Yeah, 100% MTH tooling. Very cool. And as I suspected, Atlas has done a fantastic job with their MTH tooling, which I knew they would. I'm really excited to see all the new stuff that Atlas is bringing out from the MTH tooling they acquired. I know it's going to be fantastic. Every single piece they bring out is going to be fantastic because that's just the way Atlas does things. It's kind of funny, they put an Atlas O sticker on the bottom, like they didn't even have time to you know, to put a stamp in the steel to say Atlas O. They've still got that MTH style sticker there, and then it just says Atlas O, the little sticker. Oh yeah, look, you can see the MTH on the truck. I don't know if you can see that, but it says MTH. They stamped Atlas O over the MTH. But yeah, this is an MTH truck and an MTH car, now made by Atlas. How cool is that? The new Atlas O catalog just came out with a ton of XMTH stuff in it. They've got the Genesis, the F40, a bunch of freight cars, all sorts of good stuff. Yeah, I knew it felt different right away because it had an MTH style top and it's in a bag like MTH, because Atlas is always wrapped in plastic, not in a plastic bag. So right off the bat, it had a feeling of something different, and yep, XMTH boxcars. And this one's a Grand Trunk Western. Very cool. Again, I really can't state how happy I am that Atlas is going to continue to make some MTH models, and I know they're going to do a fantastic job at it. Alright, so now we're going to wrap things up by running a train that includes those two new boxcars for a few minutes, and at the head of the train I'll have this Lionel Seaboard E8 set. So enjoy the ride. I'm Eric Siegel, thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 3.
This is the dispatcher, do you copy? Copy that. Read your fine. Over. Very good, start up and hold.